say congratulations to all of you, and especially to all the award winners. And then before I start, I want to say a special thanks to sport team. For me, it was a great opportunity to join ISL team and be a badminton coach last year. It was a great experience working with the great people and also great student athletes. I'm not sure badminton players are in this room today or no, but for me it was a wonderful year. And it's my picture. And I'm so glad to have this opportunity to be here today and to share with you my experience as a badminton player and as an athlete, and also to tell you about why I really believe that if we really believe in our dreams, we will find a way. There is always a way to reach our dreams. By the way, this is a picture from my master graduation ceremony last year when I get my diploma from Tomos, the International Olympic Committee president. So I started playing badminton when I was 6. As a 6 years old kid, I didn't want to be alone at home in morning when my mom was doing badminton practice. So I just asked her if I can join you for badminton practice, and I watched you playing because it was adult training session and I couldn't play. So for 6 months, I was going to badminton practice and I only watched her playing. And after 6 months, when summer season started, the coach gave me a racket and said, okay, let's see if Sami can play badminton or no. Because for a small kid, badminton is a difficult sport to play because it needs a good coordination to be able to hit the shuttle with the racket. But I played perfectly. I had my first serve very well and I hit the shuttle for like a couple of times in a row. And during that 6 months, I just visually learned how to play badminton. And I found it very interesting for me to play against like the kids who are like taller than me, elder than me, and I can win against them. So I continued playing badminton. And then when I went to school, I joined like school competitions. And then when I was 9, Iran Badminton Federation selected me as one of the talented kids to join the National Training Center. And it has a very great impact on my career. As a 9 years old kid, watching all the senior champion training so hard every day just motivated me to become a better badminton player and soon be one of the best badminton player in Iran. So I became national champion when I was under 13, and again I became national champion under age of 15, and again after under age of 17 and under age of 19, and a couple of times senior national champion. And when I started playing to international junior competitions, all I wanted was to be better badminton player, to show the world that we can have a good badminton player from country like Iran. Because badminton is not popular in Iran, and people just think that it's a sport that people can play when they're going to picnic. And then we also don't have enough support for women's sports. So I really wanted to show everyone we can have a good badminton player from Iran. I played tournaments like World Junior Championship, Asia Junior Championship, and my best World Junior ranking was 17. And 2018, I told myself, okay, it's the time to dream bigger. I want to try my chance to qualify for Olympic for Tokyo Games. So I had this discussion with my federation and they said, well, that's a very good idea, but we cannot support you because first, we don't have enough budget, and second, you're underage women athletes and you cannot travel to different countries alone. I accepted what they said, but I didn't want to give up on my dream. I was thinking, okay, I need to find another way to reach my dream. Luckily, I had support of my parents. So I started traveling around the world, Asia, Africa, Europe with my mother, and I won a couple of those tournaments, and it was a great experience and great feeling to share all these great days, times, and memories with my mom. And I reached ranking 150, which I think for the 19 years old athlete was quite good. And I remember it was 3 months before the deadline of Olympic qualification. And I had to play in Ouganda international tournament. Because a year before I got medal there, so it was important to play again after a year and keep my points. And one day after working hours, I think around 6:30 p.m., I had a call from Iran Badminton Federation, which is not a usual thing. And they said, hey Sami, we didn't register you for Uganda. And I was so shocked and surprised. I just asked them why, and they said this is president decision. And I didn't ask them like, but why? They said it's president decision and we cannot register you for your tournaments anymore. And that time, like that 20 seconds, I even don't remember how I end the call and how I close the call, but for me, that 20 seconds was like 20 years. I feel like I lost everything in my life. All my childhood career, all my childhood dream, all my like time and the effort and also the money that my family and I invested. I felt like I lost everything. And there is a quote that's saying that people, like normal people, die one time, but professional athletes die 2 times. First, when they end their career and they cannot compete in tournaments anymore, and then second time, same as the other people. And for me, this happened at a very young age, and it was a very difficult time. After a few months, the federation told me that, you know, we decided another player who is elder than you qualified for Tokyo, and then you can try for Paris, and you still have a chance, you are young. But it doesn't work like that, because I believe that everyone should have a same opportunity, and then we will see who work harder and who deserve will get what they want. And then again, I was asking myself, how can I trust them for my next 5 years? Already 3 months before this Olympic, they told me we just decide to not register you. How after 5 years, they come back to me and say, well, you know, Sami, you're old now and there is a younger player and we want you qualified for Paris. So it was very difficult to accept what they're saying. It was during Corona pandemic, so for a couple of months, everything shut down. And I just started to practice harder because I didn't want to accept that I cannot reach my dream. And I didn't want to accept that I cannot play badminton and compete in tournaments anymore. So I think that time I was the best shape in my career and I was very fit. And then it was the time for a national championship. But I was thinking, if I follow the same way, what will change in future? Because I believe that there are many other athletes like me that they are facing not fair situation, same as me. So if I follow the way that my federation said that nothing will change, and what is my different than the others? I always had this dream to have a big impact, to make big changes. But if I follow what they want, it won't happen. And I don't want to be Iran national champion anymore. I want to be a good player in world of sport. So this time I went to federation and I told the president and vice president, you know, I want to leave national team. I don't want to play for Iran national team anymore. And this time they were surprised. And they said, are you sure? And I just said, yeah, I'm sure. But that day, I just promised myself, I don't know where, I don't know when, and I don't know how, but one day I will play international tournaments again. And I still have the piece of paper that I wrote it down. So I decided to don't look at that big locked door in front of me. I started to looking for the other small door which might be open for me. So I left national team and I got my bachelor degree as a psychology, as a psychologist. And I think it's important to mention that I always did my badminton beside my studies. Many people saying that it's impossible to be professional athlete and do your studies, but I 100% believe that it's possible if you have a good time management skills and if you know how to plan your priority, it's possible. This is what I did all my career. So I graduated and I did a lot of volunteering work to get more experience to be able to start my professional career. And then I worked a lot with young athletes and I was very active in athlete development. Because I knew that all the challenges that those young athletes are going to face from age of 9 to become senior champion, and I wanted to help them to be mentally strong to overcome those challenges and enjoy their career more than I did. And then I set up my own badminton academy and my own badminton brand, which is called Aerosam. And then after, I still wanted to learn more about badminton and I wanted to be better badminton player. So I traveled to Indonesia I did a lot of practice there, coaching, working. It was a great experience. And then I moved to Europe, I got the opportunity there, then I did the same, again, practice, working, and coaching. But then again, I told myself, no, I want to do something bigger. Like, I want to learn more. I still want to have that positive impact in world of sport. So I decided to continue my studies, and I moved to Switzerland, and I studied my master here. While I was doing my studies, again, I continued the same approach. Doing volunteering work, continue my project in athlete development and women empowerment. And 2024, January, same year with the Paris Olympic, I competed in my first international tournament after 5 years, and I represented Switzerland. And I still remember a day that I received an email from Swiss Badminton that from now I can officially represent Switzerland in international tournament. I can say that it was one of the best days in my life. Although competing in international tournaments wasn't my first priority that time, but for me it was accomplishment. Past 5 years, every day and every night I was sleeping with the dream of like playing badminton in international tournament again. And I get there. And I promised myself I can do that, and I did. And again, I got a good opportunity to be at United Nations headquarters at New York to talk about importance of women empowerment and challenges that women and girls are facing in my country, and become one of the first Iranian girls that compete in European leagues like Swiss League and Bundesliga Germany. And also today, be in such a great environment, such a great international environment to share my story with you. So this is my story, why I really believe that if we believe in our dream, there is always a way. But when we are trying so hard to reach our dream, we have to remember what is our values and live our values and step in the right way. What I mean by right way, many people think that, okay, if we want to go forward, we have to push other people back. But it doesn't work like that really. Everyone has their own destiny. Everyone has their own unique dream. So if we learn how to go forward together, again, another day, same as today, we can celebrate together and we would have another sport award. Thank you.